Okay, so here we are. We have FantasyGrid, Project FantasyGrid. This is rule set 1.4 that we're going to be playing today, trying to play anyway. And we're going to go through the motions of drawing cards, rolling dice, doing some attacks, and some playing through the turns. So let us begin at the beginning.
How do we lay out terrain? Or rather, how many pieces of terrain do you want to use?
You know what? Why don't we roll a dice for it?
So the dice are the. Do we want to use the 6-siders or 8s or?
Roll a d6 to see how many pieces of terrain. We don't need a whole lot of terrain.
Okay, I'll just blow up this die so it will be a little more visible. And this is my die roll. It's entire 2 pieces. In the rules with random terrain, rolling d8 to check what exactly. I will just borrow. And I'm seeing now that those dice vanish. Maybe I should use a different color.
The green dice.
So it's
that's funny.
Yeah, 6 and 7. One is rough, one is heal. So now this is what I have prepared as a hill terrain. You should be able to increase the size of it or decrease it, rotate it, place it anyhow you want. The rough terrain, those are just separate standing boulders that I thought can be placed at various arrangements, but I guess that they are also kind of vanishing on this background.
We'll have to make them lighter. So, okay, so let me roll this die. I got a 6, so that's rough. Which we already put a rough out. Let's roll it again.
You can fling it across the surface if you want.
There we go.
Yeah.
A 7. That's rough. That's a hill. Okay, so we have another hill. I'm going to copy the hill.
Or clone. You should be able to do this. Now that I have promoted you.
There we go. Let's put the hill. Put the hill here. Put the hill here.
And if you are over any object, it is being highlighted. By pressing Q or E while it is highlighted, you can actually rotate the object. So this hill can have different facing, in other words.
There we go. And let's go ahead and scale this one up. Because the whole grid area is hill. There we go. Hill's in the middle. We're going to fight over a valley.
Looks like it. Looks like it.
All right, outstanding. Choose forces according to the scenario or player choice, up to 10 stands. Well, so I need to change that, but let's just do 6 stands. So we can keep this simple. What do we got?
Any proportions when it comes to it, because, for example, theoretically, I could, if I'm playing, let's say, green, the good guys, the human faction, I can go with heavy cavalry, and I do not know if there is any, if I cannot use only shamans or only catapults, only some things.
Right. Well, like it says, you should choose according to whatever the scenario is. So it wouldn't be just I'm going to take all heavy cavalry. Um, Technically speaking, the game is designed for campaign play, and so you
Mhm.
would play this if your forces were moving around on a strategic map. And so you would have Army A and Army B and Army C and so forth moving around on the strategic map. And so my Army
Yeah,
A would consist of perhaps a leader, a sorcerer, one heavy cavalry, and three archers. Just for,
which solves the problem of the composition.
right. And
Yes.
so you would compose your forces in advance and then move them about on the strategic board. And then, so why don't we
In
do this? Let's take each a commander.
the captain or warrior, not necessarily the. Uh, uh, I
Let's
will go
take
with
let's take a
captain.
captain and
Hmm.
one monster. So I'll bring a troll.
Should I bring the eagle?
So yeah, but go ahead and bring an eagle so you can try that out. And I'm going to bring 2 light cavalry.
Clone them, because I prepared only one stand for every, but you can clone and get as many
Do
bases
that.
as you
Okay,
need.
I see. Perfect. So I'm going to bring 2 light cavalry. Oh, what did I just do? I want to do that. I want to get out of
You are
turn.
multiplying your forces.
Light cavalry all over the place.
Whatever you drop off the table appears by the edge of the
Oh, okay. So is that the red one? Nope.
board.
There
So
we go. All right. So I don't want that. So I'm going to put that back over here. And I will bring a shaman. So I have a monster, 2 light cavalry, a shaman, a captain. Why don't you bring a
mhm.
catapult and I will bring 2 archers?
You wanted me to have 6 bases, so I will
So I have
just
1, 2, 3,
remove.
4, 5, 6. I have 7. So you have a catapult, an eagle. You have 2 light cavalries, a shaman. Why don't you go ahead and bring 2 light infantry? But you don't have
Okay.
any missile troops. Oh yeah, light infantry can shoot, right?
They can javelins.
Yeah, they can shoot within the same area.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do with the battle ratings. So skirmishers have BR2. Oh, do we do skirmishers? Did you make a skirmisher?
Uh, we right now neither one of us has skirmishes on the table. We can add as
Yep, let's each bring a
base.
skirmisher too, so we can do scouting.
Okay.
So skirmishers are BR2, so they can take 2 hits. Light infantry is BR3, so they can take 3 hits, but if they get down to battle rating 1, they can't shoot anymore.
Mhm.
Okay. Archers are shoot BR3, battle BR2, so they can only take 2, because once their battle BR gets down to 0, that's when they are removed from the board. So the catapult can take 2 hits, the heavy infantry can take 5, the light cavalry can take 4, and the heavy cavalry can take 6. The hero is 3, the shaman is 3, the sorcerer is 5, and the captain is 4. Okay. Excellent. So
Next step would be cards, I believe.
So after forces have been chosen in the terrain place, each player rolls a d8 for each skirmisher. If the skirmisher rolls a 6+, that player may place a scouted token on one piece of terrain. So go ahead and roll for yourself.
You can take the... It's 5.
Okay. Ooh,
Congratulations.
So where's the scouted token? Is that over here?
You will find once again more than one. Some are double-sided, some are one-sided. So here you will see on one side blue, on another red.
All it's giving me is an infinity sign.
Yeah, but if you infinity sign is basically the mark of the container, infinite container. So if you drag out of this sign,
there we go.
You can drag a proper marker.
All right, so I'm going to scout this hill.
That's not necessarily the bind, right?
That's the wrong one. I didn't want bind.
I will take it away. I will take it away. No worries.
I have to get
so the marker is here. And once again, if they are not visible, we can, increase the size of the counters. Of course, in the real game, in the real world, you cannot do this, but maybe it's more visible now.
Okay, so now I see scout. Okay, so I'm going to move that over here so I can see it, and then I'm going to move the table back. Oh, you already moved one. Okay. So, okay, so you want to be red and I'll be blue? Is that it? Or you want to be blue and I'll be red? That's fine.
Okay. I like blue. Even though we are, according to TTS, I am red. Yes.
All right, I still have to get used to this. Okay, 6 decks of cards are used. Each player has hands of cards that are played to activate units or influence events. First turn.
So,
all right,
tactics.
So in turn sequence, we will determine the initiative. Otherwise, we'll roll a d6 to see who goes first. So go ahead and roll d6.
I will just take this bloated d6. I have 5.
Okay, so you're going to have the initiative. Because I have a 3, but we have the same number of skirmishers, and I have one more scouted area, so I would get a +1, which is only a 4, so that's not going to be sufficient. So now we draw 4 tactics for each side and 1 command.
The cards are here. You can go through draw. If you right click the deck, you can go through deal and choose your color. There are more than one way to actually draw those cards.
So it says deal to all seated players. So I'm going to hit that. I just click on that, or yeah, there you go.
I received 1, you received 1, and I believe that you have to repeat this
2,
4 times.
3,
1 more.
4.
Okay. So I see that you have 4 cards, but I don't know what they exactly are. I can only see that you have 4 tactics cards.
Okay, so
and
now
of course I can see mine.
Both of us have a shaman, so can we turn these over to show what they are? Or do I have to do that on the table?
The tactics?
Yeah, I want you to be able to see
so one thing that you can do, because right now in TTS you are holding them in your hand. Right. So I will never see them what they are, but I can pull them out of the hand onto the table like this. Just drag and drop, and I can see that you are move one moon.
Okay, perfect.
You can also select or highlight two cards by dragging the box around more than one object and just move them together at the same time.
So those are our cards, and then we need to grab the leadership. I'm sorry, command. Command is brown.
I mean,
Yes.
the leadership is here, 4 cards, unless you are talking about command. Let's give it a shuffle, and you can draw one now.
Well, no, we need to draw a command card now.
Shuffle, they are ready. Do we also reveal those?
No, just the tactic cards.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll each roll a d8.
Okay.
And if it's a 1 to 3, there's nothing. A 4 to 6, you will draw a Fortuna card.
And it looks like I have rolled 4.
Okay, so
shuffle, shuffle, and just giving myself one more card.
I have a 3. I don't get one. Okay.
So shaman magic in the beginning.
And a shaman may draw 2 spell cards and 2 magic power cards.
We both have one shaman. So who does this first?
You will, because you have the initiative.
Okay. Shuffling the power card deck, and those power are supposed to be 2. I am red. 1, 2. And 2 spells. Shuffle. 1, 2. I keep them right now in my hand, but let me know.
The spell cards go in your hand. And the magic power cards you put on the magic board.
In power cards section. Are they face down or revealed?
They're face up. So I will take. So I'm the moon magic. So I have 2 moon cards. And you have 1 star card and 1 moon card. So that way,
Actually,
when it's your turn, you can cast a spell and you can also do a delete. I don't have any delete cards, so I won't be able to do any deletes or dispels, I should say.
But
that's it.
Why did you say that I have 1 moon card?
You have 2 star cards. Oh, that's funny.
2 power cards as
you
well.
Have 2 star power cards. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I saw your moon. I thought that was a card. I apologize. We should probably make the cards a different color than the board, or make the board a different color.
Okay, I will make myself a note, and it can be done.
So that way, because right now they blend in. You know what I mean? You can't tell.
It's the same hue. It's the same hue of the white. Yeah.
So, not a big deal. All right. The spell cards are retained for the duration of the game. At the beginning of each subsequent turn, each shaman will draw 2 magic power cards. Step 3, if your opponent has a shaman or sorcerer, place your cards face up on your home board edge. If your opponent does not have a shaman or sorcerer, you may hold your cards in your hand or put them face down. Now,
So this part, yeah, I'm listening.
So step 4, the player with the initiative, which is you, may choose to play a card or pass. The second player must then play a card. Each player may choose to discard a tactics card on their turn and order their spellcaster to activate. So there are two ways to burn off a tactics card. One is to cast a spell, and the other is to scout.
What
And
I will do...
each time I play a card, then you can either play a card or pass. And the turn continues until one player seizes the initiative or the player with the initiative runs out of cards. So because you have the initiative, you get to control the flow. So you may either play a card or pass, and I have to play a card.
So this is about the eagle. I have a card, move 1, but the eagle can fly. Does he fly through move card?
No. So move 1 means that you can pick one grid area and move all of the units that are in that grid area. So, for instance, if you look at my baseline all the way to your left, where I have my troll and my light cavalry, if I have move 1, I can play it on this area, and I can move my troll up into the hills, and I can move the light cavalry over here. So I can move,
Yeah, it's just that
I can move the models out of one area.
the eagle with special rule makes it slightly different. I want to occupy the hill.
Well, where did the eagle start?
Here.
Okay, so if you want to play move 1, then everybody in this area, that light infantry, your captain, and your eagle, they may all move whatever their movement is. So if you draw the move 2 card, that means you can choose 2 areas to move those units.
Okay. The captain with the light infantry screen advances boldly, but the eagle would like to occupy the hill.
So that's 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay. Very good.
I will just put this card to the side just to show that it has been played.
You know what? Put it over here, because this is not a not a grid. Okay, so I have battle 2, so I can battle in 2 different areas, but I don't have any battle right now. I can do a bombardment, but I don't have a catapult, and a battle 2 again. So I am going to burn the bombardment card, which will allow me to, my scouts, my skirmishers here, I can scout this hill. Okay, so
it's a die roll, or is it automatic?
No, because I burned a tactic card. The die roll is only before the game begins in the setup.
One thing that you can do is to clone this scout marker that is already on the other hill and just place the cloned marker.
Yep, that's what I did. I'm sorry, I put it on your eagle, so you might not have seen it.
Now I see loud and clear. No problem. So my question is about the magic cards. It seems like you didn't draw the spells
I haven't typed
in your
the
hand.
spells. I don't think I've typed the spells into the rule book yet. I need to do that.
The cards, just in case they are here. I have a question because the cards, the the magic spell cards that I have, they are those are spells for sorcerer, and I have a shaman.
Well, then you know what? Go ahead and discard those and draw 2 more.
Okay, so just to show that those are the cards that I have drew.
Yep, you know what? I did the same thing too. I have one also. I didn't look at it. So go ahead and draw 2 more spells.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, this is magic power, and I'm looking for the spells. Ay. Oh no! Fumbling with the interface.
Why is it spinning like that?
Because the grid that we are using today, it reaches over the edges of the original table. This means that the cards, we are entering the hand spaces.
Oh, gotcha.
And this is just the how to tell that actually this module needs to be, well, improved. I can change there is a way to make a big table like this, but I was a cheapskate and I just didn't go for this thing. So I have my official 2 spells.
I drew another sorcerer card, so I have to drop it. Okay, now I have 2.
Mm-hmm. You did, so it's back to me when it comes to.
Yes. So it is now your action. Now you have a Fortuna card, so what happens is if you are unable to play a tactic card or a command card, you must play the Fortuna card.
I'm just
And for
reminding
me,
myself what my.
because I don't have a Fortuna card, if I get to a point where I cannot play a tactic card or a command card, I must play one. So I have to draw one and play it immediately.
Okay, so I will play this Fortuna card. This is Stolen March. So I have the initiative, and I can move units from one area to adjacent area. So basically, it's move 1, I believe.
Correct.
And if this is the case, the way that I have set up my.
This particular one, if you had the eagle there, they could only move one area, not 3 areas.
I think that in the last rules, they say that there may be 3 bases in a single area. I have set myself up that I have 4 bases here.
That's fine.
It's just that I would like to move up catapult, and I don't want to create, overstacking. So I would probably leave the skirmishers behind. if we stay with the limit of stacks, 3 bases.
Well, there should be 4 in this rule set, but
in the beginning, here on this page, on page 3, version 1.4, a maximum of 3 stands from each side may occupy 1 grid area. If there is supposed to be 4, it just needs to be.
3. Okay, no, 3 is fine. We'll play with 3 today. That's fine.
It just needs to be this part in the rules need to be changed at a later time. Anyway, so this is my card.
Okay, so
I will just put it.
Discard, yeah. And now I have remaining battle. Move a battle. What is this card?
For some reason, you revealed it. You should probably have it in your hand.
No, I didn't get a leadership card.
Through captain?
I didn't roll high enough.
Ah.
Yeah, because I rolled a 3. So this, I'll put this back over here. There we go. Okay, so we'll just shuffle those. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to play my move card. And I'm going to move control. And the skirmisher. Into that area.
I can move my eagle a little back so you'll have space if you want.
That's okay. And so now it's your turn. Your phase.
In my case, it's relatively simple. The catapult starts shooting. I am in range, 2 spaces.
Well, no, you move the catapult this turn, so you can't shoot.
Yeah. Okay. And I thought that I am clever. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Then instead going for this shoot, the goat path command card, move 1 area, and I will just advance light cavalry.
Okay.
1 space. Up. Move the dice around. Over to you.
All right. So I have battle 2, but I only have battle in one area. So I'm going to play battle 2.
You cannot win. You
I'm going to
cannot
play
win.
here. So I have skirmishers with a BR of 2. I have a troll, the BR of 7. So that will be 9 dice that I will roll. And do we have 9d8 over here?
There should be. You will see that you can use the red ones or the green ones. You can even clone the red D8 that is right now on the table, the bigger one.
Okay, how do I pick up 9? Do I?
You have to drag and drop a box with left click so you can highlight as many dice as you want, and then just
1, 2,
move them, rescale them.
7.
Alternatively, you can keep pressing left click while having left control key on the keyboard pressed down so you can highlight one by one those dice. And then once they are all highlighted, just drag and drop them, move them to the table.
All right. So Battle of 5+ indicates a casualty for the enemy units, and you can decide. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 7, 5, 7, 8, 6, 7. Yeah, so I do 6 hits on the eagle.
And there is additional rule about monsters on the hill. When they enter, they receive +1. So it looks like your troll receives +1.
Oh, yep, I should have got plus. So I should have rolled one more die. I'll roll this one.
No, it's fine.
And that's a 3, so that's nothing. So your eagle's gonna take 6 hits.
I mean, his battle rating is 5,
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. Eagle units always count as the attacker, so you actually should roll your 5 dice first.
Well, the additional wrinkle is that if eagle is a monster, and according to the terrain rule, I just forgotten about this. When a monster stand enters a hill area, it gets +1 token.
Yep.
So it looks like I have 5 +1, so 6.
Yep.
And those dice are here. I will just increase their size a little bit so they are a little more visible. And I will just roll them all together at the same time. 1, I see 2 hits. The rest of the results is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. And so, okay, so I need to drop a number 5 counter.
Yeah, sorry about visibility. It's here.
Did it strip off?
Mhm.
It moves much slower. Okay, so my troll has 5, plus 1 is 6. The skirmishers have 2, which will be 8 then. So I'm going to pull this die over here. I will select all of these. Roll.
1 hit. Or is it
So I have a 6.
5 or more, right?
I have a 6 and an 8, so that'll be 2 hits.
So eagle loses +1 and loses a second one, so he stands on 4.
Well, no, you're going to keep the +1 there. Keep the +1 and change him to 3.
3. Okay. For some reason, I thought that this means that this +1 is basically an extra sort of
It
hit
is,
point.
but if he leaves the hills, he doesn't get that anymore.
Yeah.
So if the eagle were to
I'll
move over
just.
here,
Oops, sorry.
how do I do the point? How do I do the arrow?
Tab. You can, whenever your mouse cursor is at the time, pressing tab on the keyboard indicates the space.
Okay. So if you were to move here, it's a very small arrow. So if you were to move here, you would not have the +1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have updated this, the eagle. Am I driven back? No one lost a unit. In your rules?
No, we get to stay because there were no units lost. So we
So here,
will remain together in this area.
it's just that this the special rule about the eagle. An eagle unit that is driven back from a losing battle will fly all the way back to their baseline.
Correct.
This
So
losing
if you
battle means if my side would lose a base and eagle would survive in this, then
correct.
he is.
Correct. So if you decided to
Mhm.
sacrifice a skirmish unit instead of letting the eagle take 2 hits,
Yeah.
then you would have to fly the eagle back to your baseline.
Okay.
But because no units were destroyed, we will remain in the same area. Now you are free to leave this area if you want to, and there'll be no attacks. Unless I get to play a battle again first.
Yeah.
But because I've battled in this area, I can't battle in that area again. So I'll have to burn this card and see if I can't cast a spell. So I'll probably try to do that. What did my spell?
Question. Do we need any markers for the moved or battle fought this turn?
Probably.
I will just write down another note to myself. Mhm. I want to keep Eagle there in any case. He's to tie you down. I am going to die on this hill.
Okay. So it is your turn, right?
Mhm.
I just did battle.
The with me, I think that I can always try pass, but I can start casting spells, I suppose, in order to do something. Mm, the so I will show this. I'm thinking of going for lightning strike.
Okay.
The shaman is of course here, and within 2 spaces there is area, for example, with your captain or light cavalry and archers. I'm thinking about your captain, so I never cast, I never have cast a spell in your game. I guess one.
Okay, so let me go to the spellcasting page.
I'm looking at how many cards do I need to.
At the beginning of the magic phase, the shaman or sorcerer will exchange power cards for dice. These dice are used to cast spells. To cast a spell, a shaman needs to roll a 4+ on a d8. The spellcaster may roll
Like,
as many dice as they want to attempt to cast their spell. So if you
I
can take one card and discard, get one die, and then you can roll that die. And if you get a 4 or more, then the spell works.
so this happens when the spell is declared as being cast, because honestly I don't believe in my luck, of drawing cards.
Right. So
I will give myself.
if you want the shaman to cast a spell, then you need to burn one of your tactic cards, and then you can start the magic phase.
Mhm. When shoot card goes away, at least for now, and I I do want to use 2 power cards.
Okay. So go ahead,
Uh,
discard them.
I will just place them here for now, and 2 dice from here. I need at least one one showing 4 or more.
Correct.
And I knew my luck in dice. One shows 3. I needed 2 power being used. So with
Okay,
1/7, it goes away.
Did you get a 7?
On this one, yeah.
Okay, so you got a 7, so the spell works.
The range is 2, so now it's battle rating with 3d8 against the captain and the archers.
Perfect. So go ahead and roll your 3d8.
And 5 for 2. It looks like one hit. I need to
One
come
hit.
closer.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I need a 3 token.
This is 3. I will just arrange them in order.
What just happened? Where'd it go?
It's very small. It's here.
Oh.
I will just blow it up.
I can't see it on my
I
screen.
did it.
There it is. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't test this. I didn't test this module. It's on me.
All right. No, it's okay. This is why we do it. We do it this way before we let everybody else look at this and start screaming and pulling their hair out.
Well, in TTS, the good news is it also means that you can change the size of the components in your game, on the fly.
Right.
So this is why I was fine with. Sorry, Mr. Troll. This is why I was fine with leaving it, until now. Now I see that it just doesn't quite work.
Why'd you take that off the troll? Oh, is that what this one
because
is?
I
The server?
yeah I placed it. Sorry.
Okay, I'm blowing it up. I'm blowing it up.
And of course, we can use completely different graphic files for those markers.
That's funny. And I guess I'm spoiled because I watch Armchair Dragoons play, but I watch it on my TV downstairs, so it's a much bigger screen, so it's very easy to see everything.
Yeah. If you can set up your laptop or desktop so it uses actually the TV screen, or maybe my screen is wider than the usual ones, so I can manage. But yes, you're right.
Yeah, well,
You
this
have
is
to
a
zoom
good.
in really close.
I have a external or a second screen, which is like 11 by 17. It's a pretty good size. So, all right. So that was the spell, and so now it's my turn, and all I have left is battle 2, which I can't do. So I'm going to burn that. Oh, why is it flipped?
Because once again, this is the zone
We're off the table.
that we are passing through.
All right, I'm going to take one spell card and one die, and I am going to cast Circle of Protection on this area here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did I just do?
It looks like you moved our board away. Give me a moment. I will rewind time.
Right.
And let's do this again.
Okay.
Whatever you wanted. It's
There
all
we
right. Nothing's permanent in here.
go. Okay. So now I need to angle this back down. There we go.
I think that somehow you highlighted the board underneath the pieces and you just made it disappear or deleted it.
How unusual. Anyway, circle of protection. I need the token for that.
The token is here, I believe. They are not, I will move it to
Yep.
your area.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so just drop it in that area. There we go. So that means in that particular area, they cannot be targeted as a shoot. And if you cast a spell on them, they get to make a 6+ saving throw.
Just question, do you need to go... you used one,
And
you
so
rolled
now,
8.
I need to roll the dice. So I'm going to roll the dice. And I got a 5.
And on
So
5, it happens.
yeah, so we're good to go there. All right.
Mm,
And now I'm out of
it's just that
cards. So
now
you get to play. And I'm
I'm
out of
looking at the...
cards, so I'm going to start playing Fortuna cards. So keep that in mind. Some of those are good, and some of those are not so good.
Well, that's fine. It's just that I also have limited choices because I cannot shoot. I can rally, and at least, well, it looks like I can try to rally the eagle.
Yeah.
Correct me, but the presence of enemies in the grid, in the space, doesn't seem to be a problem. I'm just thinking about different games, different systems. Rally. Rolling d8. So let's see what I can get out of this. Eagle, come back to me. On 4, I think it's nothing. And over to you.
Okay. So in the turn sequence, if a player is unable to play a tactic or command card, they must play a Fortuna card. If they do not have one, they must draw and play it immediately. So Fortuna is the green one here. I will draw. I will play.
What can go wrong? Because it's in the one of the zones around at the edge of the table, you have to move it so it lays flat.
There we go.
And then it's visible. Mm-hmm.
So supporters join. So I add 1 unit of skirmish troops to an area on my baseline. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So these are skirmishers. I'm going to clone these skirmishers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get to play.
Well, now I am in the same kind of problem because the only card that I have is shoot, and I have no one to shoot with.
You didn't take any archers?
No, it's all skirmishers and light infantry and catapult, no archers. I was thinking for a moment about the scouting with them, though honestly, there is no reason for them to scout clear areas. So do I need to draw the Fortuna card then? Because I cannot use magic. I do not have power. I cannot shoot.
Yes.
There is no reason.
You're going to draw and play a Fortuna card, and then that will be the end of the turn.
So this is the next card, and it's Disrupt Supplies. Select one area with enemy units. Your opponent selects one unit to move to a baseline area. Guess which one? The scouted hill. But it doesn't have to be a troll.
Okay, I will move. No, I will move the skirmishers to a baseline area. I'll move it to this one.
Okay.
All right, and so that'll be the end of the turn. So we will scoop up all the magic cards.
Clean up.
And we will scoop up the Fortuna card.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll grab
Tactics.
Card. This is your sorcerer card. I'm going to put the sorcerer cards over here.
The gold path was the command card, so I'll just bring it to the deck.
Yeah.
And by the way, I will place those cards at the edge of the table, so they are easier to reach. Give them all shuffle.
Is this a sorcerer card here too?
Yeah. So this is the card the tactic card that I was left with in hand.
Yep. So
what happens
that'll
with
get
it?
discarded.
Okay. Yep.
So I need to make a note that that only happens if it's your last, that only happens to the person with initiative one time. So that'll be 5.3. Player initiative. Can't play. Okay. All right. So next turn, we will roll a d6 for initiative. So I got a 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 because I have 2 skirmishers and you only have 1.
And question, there is this modifier about the having scouted more areas than your opponent. Is it possible to scout clear terrain just to have more scouted areas than your opponent?
No.
Or does it have to be difficult terrain,
It can only
rough
be the hills or the forest.
woods. Okay. So I will just clone this big D6. We'll keep your die roll, and this is mine. It looks like you have the initiative.
So we will draw. I will deal tactics cards. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And we have to reveal those because we still have shamans in play, right?
Right. And I'm gonna roll my D8. That's a 3, so I do not get a Fortuna or leadership card. So now you roll the D8.
Well, whoa!
All right, so you get to
It's
one leadership card. Oh, and I got to deal with command cards too. So.
yeah, and this is I think that you should have this command cards, previously, just because you had captain. With my die roll of 8, because I do not have warlord, it needs to be a Fortuna card.
Correct.
Okay. I have. I will show this card. So possibly I need to replace it because I didn't. This is for the solo game, right?
Yep. Just discard it and draw another one.
Okay, done.
Okay.
Shaman draws 2 magic power cards, so I guess that you do this first.
So I'm gonna deal them. 1.
Mm-hmm. You have so much power.
Yes, I can try 3 times. All right, very good. All right, now I have the initiative. Okay, so I'm going to. I'm going to play move 2. So I can move units in 2 areas. So I am going to move this light cavalry and this skirmisher and these archers and these skirmishers. Okay, so now it's your turn.
Mm, 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 mm. Mm. I will go for move 2. The light infantry, one area is shaman and light infantry advance, and the second area, if I activate the light cavalry, they do not need to all end in the same.
No, they do not. You will only activate the area where they start.
Yeah.
They can go two different directions.
Because I'm thinking of something like this. One light cavalry goes to support the captain, another goes towards the hill.
Excellent.
And then I'm done.
All right. All right. Let's see. I am going to play my command card.
Once again, you have to move it to a different part of the table because it's
Sorry.
in a hand. No, it's fine. It's you can see where is this edge of the table. So basically, all along the line of this edge of the table, it remains invisible to everyone but you.
There you go. Can you see it now?
Yeah, reinforcement.
So,
You can feel free to resolve it any way you want, even though we may not have a chart at hand to roll at.
I am going to take one more light cavalry and I'm going to clone these archers and put them there too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it's your turn.
So there is a question about the card that I want to ask because I do not quite understand. My command card to this turn is charge, but it uses the word warriors. And in the rules, it wasn't exactly clear to me what is meant by warriors. You in the army stands in the last page, you have units, heroes, and monsters, but I don't know who warriors are.
I thought I updated warriors.
Are they units?
Let me do a search.
It's a nice card anyway.
Okay, so on page 3, it says combatants. There are 4 types of stands. There are characters, your heroes, leaders, sorcerers, any single figure unit.
Yeah.
Warriors is group units such as infantry and cavalry. Number 3 is war machines, and number 4 is monsters. I was really trying hard to keep that together, but it's in the next column. Ugh, makes me sad.
No, that's fine. It's just that on the page 10, the warriors are not used at all. This term is not used at all. It's just units, heroes, and monsters, and leaders. I would like to try and
Okay, so okay, yeah, I guess I can do that. Units, page 10, units. Which are warriors, which are not? Okay, very good.
So I have, of course, far more questions than this because this allows me to battle in one area, but only with warriors, right? Not with other units that I may have in this single area. Or is it battle in one area, but warriors in this single area have one more, well, increased temporarily battle rating?
So in one area, the warrior units, which would be skirmishers, light infantry, archers, heavy infantry, light cavalry, heavy cavalry, they may battle, and they get a +1 to their battle rating for this battle.
Because I can use it in the area with eagle or with shaman. I do not know if eagle or shaman attacks as well.
The eagle, no, it would be only the light cavalry would attack
Or
in that square.
Mhm.
Or if you're over here with the light infantry and the shaman, it would only be the light infantry.
I will try to kick the troll, I think. So the it's actually light cavalry on the hill. They are 4. With this card they are 5, battle rating of 5. So 5 dice, 5d8. I didn't scout, so I have -1, or well, 1 negative modifier. But this is hot dice. It's so hot, it's unbelievable. I see 3 8s and 2 7s. So even with
units in the hill area are -1 to be hit. So you don't lose anything. So you still hit on a 5+. But I have scouted, so my troll is going to be rolling 5 dice this turn, and normally I would need a 6 to hit you, but I've scouted these hills, so now I still hit you on a 5.
then I do not. But it should be more difficult for me because I didn't scout the hill. You did.
Right.
You
So
should have.
it's easier for me to hit you. Because you're in the hills, you would get cover. It'd be -1 to be hit. But because I've scouted the hills, I can find you and then I can hit you.
So is this modifier to the die roll, or is it modifier to the battle rating?
It's a modifier to the die rolls.
Mm,
so if you have a unit in a hill that's not been scouted, you can only be hit on a 6+ instead of a 5+.
Well, with those dice, I managed. Yes.
So you rolled 2 hits?
Well, actually, it's 3 8s and 2 7s. It's 5 hits.
Okay, so 5
It's
hits?
5 hits.
Okay, so that means my troll is going to be taken out.
It's a charge, probably of Rohirrim variety. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm reading the troll rules. Okay, so the troll goes to 0. I'm going to take away his token. And then on a turn that he does not battle, he can regenerate. So he's going to stay there. And if I'm not able to regenerate him, he's going to go away. So he's going to stay there. He's at battle rating 0. He doesn't get to fight back because he has no battle rating anymore.
But with this +1, does it mean that he is actually at 1 battle rating?
Okay, he's got the +1. Yes, so he will stay alive as long as he's in the hills. Okay, so he'll get 1 battle rating right now. So he'll get to roll 1 die. So I'll roll this one. This purple die. What is that?
And this would be 1/6, 1 hit against the cavalry.
The cavalry or the eagle, whichever one you want. You get to choose.
Well, I thought that it has to be light cavalry because they were activated with the battle card.
Yes. Yes, that is correct.
I will put it on light cavalry. I will just increase the size of this marker so it's visible. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
So I'm going to burn the bombard card. I'm going to cast concealment. Can I move on? I moved all my cards over. There we go.
I can try to make this more difficult for you, right?
I should have 3 cards, right? Where's my 3rd card?
It's here.
Oh.
You just placed it a little askew. I will make it more tan for the next time.
I'm going to get two dice. And try to cast concealment on this central hex there. So concealment, they can only be hit on a 7. It lasts for 1 turn, and they are immune to shoot or war machine attacks. Yeah. So I'm going to try to cast concealment. So I'm going to roll both of these dice. I got a 6 and a 4, so it works. So now both of my spells are in play. And if you can put concealment right over here.
Yeah, okay. This spell card can be used in my magic round, right? It doesn't happen right now just because I don't like your concealment.
No, if you want to try to dispel it right now, you may.
Because it wasn't exactly clear to me whether it happens later.
It says at the beginning of the magic phase, the shaman will exchange power cords for dice. These dice are used to cast spells. Spellcaster may roll as many dice as they want to attempt to cast their spell. After drawing their cards, the enemy spellcaster may just exchange dispel cards for dice. So you can do yours, and then you can roll as many dice as you wish to counter my spell as it's being cast.
I would use this one moon magic card to try and counter your spell.
I got 2 successes.
So I need, in other words, I cannot. There is no reason for me to do this because I cannot obtain. Okay, you are too strong of a spellcaster.
Okay. Yeah, because I said you have to beat both of them. So
very well. The spell is in power. I am not blocking it. But I will try to counter your thing with battle 2. and one battle would be on the hill, another battle would be against the skirmishers.
Okay.
Question before we will proceed with this. This special ability of the troll, on a turn that a troll does not battle, it may rally. So when you casted the spell, we also should have should we roll for the
No,
regeneration or
this is still the same turn.
okay.
Once all the cards are gone, then the turn is over, and then when we draw again, and that is when I would roll for the troll.
I will try to kill him before this happens then. With this battle 2 card,
But he
I want
can't
to
battle, so I don't get to roll for his rally until the end of the turn.
Mhm.
Because he can only rally on a turn that he doesn't battle.
I do not know. Can I, if I, because Eagle didn't attack this turn, but Light Cavalry did indeed. Is Light Cavalry still eligible for attacking right now?
Yes, because they did not battle, they charged.
Okay, then. Then it's Eagle has 3+1, so 4 dice for the Eagle. The Cavalry has 3 battle ratings. I'll just clone this. And I did not scout, so I'm having -1 to all those dice.
Right, you'll need a 6 to hit the
Rolling,
troll.
rolling 7 right now. And I see 2 hits, 1-7, 1-8, and the rest are misses.
I'm going to take away the +1. And the troll, we need to figure out a way to mark the troll that he's can't do anything until he rallies.
Right now we can use any marker if he's still alive and survives.
You know what? I'm going to change his color tint to orange. Does that work?
If you can see the edge of the base, change the coloring. So it's slightly visible, but from the side, not from top.
Okay.
The second area that I want to attack is against the skirmishers. Light infantry battle rating 3, shaman battle rating 3, so 6 dice, 6 d8s.
Yeah.
And the results are in 1-8, 1-7, 1-6, and this is clear terrain, so 5s count as well. I see 5 hits.
All right. So these skirmishers will come back to my board.
Yay! War game. Okay, so this is done. Battle 2 has been resolved. Over to you.
Okay. So, my goodness, I'm going to do movement 1. And I'm going to move light cavalry into the hills.
I will move my guys a little, so we will share the space.
So now it's your turn.
Whee! Mm. I will go with move 1 to move up lazy skirmishers up and protect the catapult.
Very good. And then I'm going to play Seize the Initiative. And that will be the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm. And it ends it automatically, right?
Correct.
All the remaining cards that I still have. What happens with them? Because I have the one Fortuna card still.
It has the Fortuna card. Does it say hold?
No, it does not.
Okay, so then all of your cards will be discarded except for the spell cards.
Okay, you have taken Stolen March away from me. Congratulations.
And so now we will put the spell cards that I used. Those will go back here.
And here's the rub. Would it be possible for us to stop now,
Yes,
to make
I
a
was just
break
going
now?
to ask you. We should stop here so you can have your evening and get some dinner, and then we can come back to this though, right?
Now, so the way that it works in Tabletop Simulator, we can save game. We can basically save game as it is right now.
Perfect.
With those arrangement of pieces, and we can do this both, but it's important for at least one of us to go through this. And the way that it is done, if you want to know, because you do not have to do this, I can save on my part, on my side. If I click games at the top, there is a save and load. So I press games, then save and load red, and then I have to just press a save, create a new save file and name this, let's say, FantasyGrid. And today is June 25th. So I'm just naming this June 25th so I will be able to tell those saves apart. And basically, once again, one of us has to load up the saved game whenever we'll play it again, and we can pick it up from this saved game.
Perfect.
If you want, in short, you can save game on your side, but you don't have to.
Did you save it?
I will try. I did. I did. I will improve the. I will change the background of the spell mat, spell board.
So when I click on save and load, it shows me autosave 3, autosave 2, autosave 1. And then I see 7 June tutorial table. Do I make a new one? Create a folder? How do I just
press
the there we go.
Press the green button save game because TTS creates autosaves every now and then, but not always when you want it to. And just give it a name so you will be able to tell those apart.
Okay. So now we've each made one, so theoretically you could bring yours up and we could play it, and then we could go back and bring mine up and play it, correct?
And this also means that next time you can host the game, just loading up from the saved file that you have on your TTS, and I will just sync up. Yeah.
Perfect.
I will also prepare.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the move here.
Okay.
And before I go, thank you for watching, everyone who did watch. I appreciate it. Ryszard, thank you for playing. And we'll be back with the rest of this game later on.